Helen Yee here with Eyes on the Game here at Glendale Fighting Club, being joined by Mr. 10-0 right now, Edmen Shahbazyan. Now you are coming off a huge victory. 1 minute, 12 seconds it took you to beat Jack Marshman, UFC 239. You just wrapped up a workout. How does it feel?
Feels good, 21 years old in UFC, 3-0. Can't ask for more.
Yeah, 3-0. Last two fights ended in the first round. I mean, when can your fans expect to see your return?
Fans can expect my return very soon. I'm trying to fight end of this year, so be on the lookout for my next announcement.
Yeah, I did hear you tell that to the schmo, right?
Yeah, definitely. It's gonna, like I said in the hint, it's gonna be in the U.S. and within a couple months.
And you told him on a pay-per-view card.
Yeah, and on a pay-per-view card, so that kind of narrows it down. So you guys could get it if you want.
Since we are, kind of on the back half of the year, like I said, 10-0. What did you work on today in practice?
Today we did some lifting with Coach Jesse. Right now it's off season, so we're bulking up a little bit. And once camp starts, we'll slim down and be on weight.
Now, speaking of camp, you have been with your coach, Edmen Shahbazyan, since you were 10 years old. Can you kind of talk about that relationship?
Yeah, I've been with Edmen since 10 years old, of course. He's been like an older brother, father figure to my brother and I. My brother and I started together, so he's just been helping us through our career, like the whole time, taking us to tournaments and always coaching us, taking care of us. So, he's like an older brother to us, and we respect him a lot.
So when you just came to the gym when you were 10 or when you were very young, did you guys just hit it off ever since?
Yeah, when I came into the gym first, I was a fat, chubby little kid, and my brother was a tall, skinny kid. So I was just trying to lose weight. I was doing that and going to swimming classes. So I took this, my friends were doing it, so we joined and we did it all together. And my brother and I started competing, and after our first competition, we both placed first. We fell in love with it, and wanted to do this full time. That's crazy.
And now your brother, he's going to fight on Dana White's Contender Series coming up too, right?
Yeah, he's on August 20th. He's the headliner of the Contender Series, so I'm really excited for him. I know he's going to do great things, and we're going to make it to the UFC together.
Yes, I mean, you already are in the UFC together, but you did fight on the Contender Series yourself. Now, you did work with Ronda Rousey, obviously a legend, a pioneer in this sport. What was the best advice that she's ever given you?
The advice that I think is advice is from a young age, I've always looked at her, when all the UFC media people and stuff came to her and she was handling all that, I would see it firsthand, and I would get motivated by that and get inspired to be like her, be like a big champion like her. And just all that prepared me for me being in the UFC, all the media stuff and all the support, the fans and stuff. So I'm prepared for what's to come. And she's just an incredible athlete and person, and I've always looked up to her.
Does she go to your fights or watch them because you're managed by her?
Yeah, I'm managed by her. She always watches my fights. I always get a text message from her after my fights congratulating me, and yeah, she's awesome.
And I do know a big goal of yours is to become the youngest UFC champion. John Jones holds that record right now. Give us what your thoughts are on that.
Yeah, our record, our goal is to beat that record. It was 23 years and 8 months, so if we even get 23 years and 7 months, we beat it. So we're looking forward to beating that record. And, if it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. I'm not trying to rush anything, but that's the ultimate goal, right now.
But there is a lot going on in the middleweight division. It was just reported today, BT Sports said that Darren Till might be making that move to middleweight. What are your thoughts on that?
Oh, I think he's an incredible fighter too, and middleweight division is getting stacked. It's a stacked division right now, so I'm excited to get in the mix with all those guys and showcase what I'm capable of doing.
Yeah, UFC 241 this weekend, Yoel Romero. He has a big fight coming up. What are your thoughts on him versus Paulo Costa?
They're both incredible fighters. I think Yoel's going to take it, in my opinion. Yeah. He's one of my favorite fighters in the middleweight division, and people have asked me if I've ever had a dream fight, it'll be Yoel Romero, because I think he's the greatest one out of all the middleweights, most talented and most credentials, in my opinion.
Yes, and lastly, in the championship fight, Israel versus Robert, what's your pick?
It's a tough one, but if it goes to the later rounds, I think Whitaker's going to take it, but if it's early, Izzy could stop him too.
Well, it'll be good.
Yeah, I'm favoring towards Whitaker Yeah.
Yeah, well, that will be a good one. But all your fans are anticipating your return to the octagon, like you said, by the end of this year here in the U.S. What would you like to tell all your fans?
Join the journey, guys. To anyone who hasn't joined the journey, join the journey. Look out for my next fight. It's going to be most likely break into the top 15, so be on the lookout for me.
Yes, 11-0 coming soon. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you. Thank you so much.